Hello Miss, we are from Group No Idea and our topic is usage of social media is a relevant cause of toxic beauty standards. Our group consists of 4 members who is Shivani, me, Simi, Shijie and Nabila. Photoshop and filters presents people and things in their baseline. It creates a distorted fantasy world and raises the bar on what people perceive is the best way to be. Stated Joe M. Emmanuel, who is the Senior Director of the Mood Disorder Center at the Charmind Institute. This statement just proves that these elements of editing photos create a totally unrealistic beauty standard among people, especially young adults. Almost everything we see on social media is heavily edited and photoshopped. Even still, when people view the photograph or videos of social media influencers, many individuals are influenced by the feelings that they will never be good enough, athletic enough, fair enough, or slim enough. Further into this discussion regarding the mainstream issues that are actively being talked about is how the usage of social media not only sets toxic beauty standards, but it encourages people to take drastic measures to change the way they look. Recent studies have shown an increase of 30% in terms of patient number that interest in plastic surgery, just for the sole reason of improving their image on social media, based on a poll conducted by the American Academy of Facial and Reconstructive Surgery. This paper agrees that usage of social media is a relevant cause of toxic beauty standards because social media amplifies certain identity standards, causes social comparison among users, and also causes various mental health issues. However, some may claim that social media promotes body positively, but at the same time, social media also encourages body dysmorphia that can be caused by a negative view of body image.
The first argument is social media amplifies certain ideals beauty standards. How could social media do that? It's through the brainwashing technique. As we know, the social media became famous recently with the contribution of social influencers. They post a lot of aesthetic photos to gain likes. The likes mean gain the publicity recognition to verify the beauty. All the photos have the similarities, which are thin, fair skin, and V-shaped face. So in the long run, the users tend to believe that they should conform this beauty norm, like having a slim body figure, fair skin, and so on, to receive the validation as a beauty from society. This phenomenon can be proved by the study Mills about the effect of purported body norms on ideals and current body size perception, with the results show that the ideal's body size is parable, supported by a thinner ideal's body size in the thinner norm condition than in the heavier norm condition. Heracles and Patnay, 2020, reported that the popular Instagram influencer Kim and Khloe Kardashian used the Photoshop app to make them look thinner and more toned. So we can see, even though we know the truth behind the beauties just because of the Photoshop effect or maybe the camera angles that make them look perfect, the users still feel pressure on being isolated and rejected by others if they break such standard. As a result, the self-objectification, weight dissatisfaction, thin idealization, and pursuit of thinness are arising to fulfill their narcissistic desires as they put their self-identity on the physical appearance to show the value from the peers or others. With that, social media changes social perception on the beauty by emphasizing certain ideal standards.
The second reason why the usage of social media is relevant to the toxic beauty standard is it causes social comparison among users. Comparing is a common and normal human trait, particularly among young adults. Psychologist Leon Festinger introduced the social comparison theory in 1954. He believed that humans have an intrinsic drive to assess themselves by comparing themselves to others. Individuals estimate their own social and personal value depend on how they compare themselves to others. People will compare by a variety of ways based on their age. Young adults will make comparisons based on intelligence and social media. Teenagers use websites and apps like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to produce and share content with others. They seek to separate themselves from their friends by uploading selfies and sharing the image of their outfits of the day. Individuals continuously compare their social media followers, likes, and comments to those of others. On social media, the pictures that meet the ideal beauty standards will draw more attention and likes. Hence, individuals tend to increase their beauty standards in order to attract more attention. As a result, the individuals will always wonder how to become beautiful or take a pretty picture. However, the standard of beauty is totally poisonous and unacceptably high. To summarize, social media will encourage social comparisons among users and poison their beauty standards. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello and good day to everyone watching this video. I'm Shivani Kohan and today I will be presenting the third reason of this paper, which is social media causes various mental health issues. And in this paper we have discussed a total of 3 mental health issues and I'll be presenting the first one, which is eating disorders. Now let me briefly define what is eating disorder. Eating disorders are categorized by persistent disturbance in eating behaviors. And nowadays it is very common to see people, especially young kids, being so influenced by what they see in social media and have this overwhelming need to fit into the current beauty standard, which is basically being slim. And due to this, they are also often involved in dangerous activities such as excessive dieting and also starving themselves, which may lead them to develop an eating disorder in the future. And evidence of this is a study that was done in Australia and also New Zealand, which showed that disordered eating behaviors were much more common among children who had social media accounts. And taking into account all of this, we can come to a conclusion that there is indeed a high correlation between social media usage and also eating disorders. And now I'll be passing on the floor to Nabila.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nabila Nasrin and today I'll be presenting to you the argument 3, which is the body paragraph 3 that claims that social media is a relevant cause of toxic beauty standards and this could lead to various mental health issues. And today I'll be presenting to you 2 issues, which are depression and also low self-esteem. So as for depression, when a person is depressed or self-centered, they tend to undervalue their belongings and themselves. So the evidence here, according to the American Psychological Association, that researched the impact of social media on young girls and women, suggests that insecure and depressed people are more likely to spend more money. So in addition to this, visual depictions of social media frequently feature carefully chosen and manipulated photographs. So as a result, users of social networking sites like Facebook frequently assume that others are happier and more successful than they are. So this could lead to depression. So as for the second one, which is the low self-esteem, so while many people seem to believe that social media has connected individuals from all over the world, it has also been used to promote unreachable beauty standards for men, women, and those who fall under the third gender. So the evidence here is the Zelinsky and Carroll's that discovered that exposure to teen idealizing advertising resulted in a stronger hatred of people who are overweight or obese, so as well as worse self-satisfaction with their body. So in this case, worse self-esteem with how they look and their body image. So this can be seen in a randomized sample of 475 female students over the age of 18 in the United States. So self-presentation of attractiveness and other people's perception plays an important role in the development of the girls' identities in today's era. So when people are unhappy with their body image, the majority of young females admit to avoiding parties, participating in social events, and not eating, which further lowers the self-esteem of many young females and make them hate their body image even more.
It's true that there are many evidence that shows social media is indeed a relevant cause to toxic beauty standards, but it is also undeniable that social media has its own advantages. And so here we are now at the counter-argument section. And the counter-argument statement for this paper is that social media promotes body positivity. Okay, now let's look at the first reason as to how social media promotes body positivity, and it is by helping to reduce the stigma towards people who do not fit into the current beauty standards. Stigmas such as labeling them as lazy. Now it is very common to see social media posts regarding accepting and also appreciating all body types across different social media platforms, and this does not only help those people physically, but it also helps them from the aspect of mental. And to make the navigation process of this post easier, most of these body positive content posts are often captioned with the hashtag BOPO, which stands for body positivity. And now let's look at the evidence of this, which is basically a 2019 Australian study which involved women between 18 and 30 years old, which resulted in women not only feeling better about their bodies but also being in better mood after viewing body positive content on Instagram. Okay, moving on to the second reason is because social media actually played a role in helping individuals with eating disorders. If we recall back in reason number 3, one of the mental health issues that was discussed was eating disorder. And nowadays in social media there are various support groups that are customized for body image issues such as eating disorders, where individuals get together and also share about their experience and also recovery journey. And an evidence of this is based on a study done by McNamara and also Parsons, where they stated that support groups are highly helpful for these individuals to deal with the stigma that comes along with the eating disorder. And the study also found out that online support groups are way more effective in increasing the shared sense of identity among people with the same disorders, which is very likely to elevate the recovery process of eating disorders. And that is all from me. Thank you very much.
Next, I'll be presenting to you about the rebuttal to the counter-argument that Shivani presented earlier. So the rebuttal here is, as much as social media promotes body positivity, it can also encourage body dysmorphia. So body dysmorphia causes you to have a negative view of your body image, and it makes you feel insecure of some of your body parts. So having a negative view of your body image in general can lead to body dysmorphia even at a very young age. So a study is done by the Body Image and Eating Disorder. In 2018, claims that girls begin to express their worries about their own weight and shape as early as the age of 6. And they also found out that 40 to 60% of the primary education girls, which age from 6 to 12, worry about their body being too big. So women also may feel pressured to dress and behave in a culturally acceptable manner that allows them to be liked, to be praised for their feminine beauty and body image. So the women these days, where they believe they have beauty standard that is set by society, and if they don't fit in those beauty standards, they claim to not be an image of a feminine beauty. So body dysmorphia disorder patients were more prone to compare their own personal appearances to celebrities on social media, and they also prioritize appearance as a key priority, and they also stress about their body anomalies. So the greater prevalence of BDD in the current study as compared to the global population could be explained by the extensive use of social media and its negative impact on body image. Thank you.
In conclusion, why we claim that the use of social media is a relevant cause of toxic beauty standard is because it changes users' perception on beauty by amplifying certain ideal beauty standards, enhancing the social comparison among themselves, causing various mental health issues, as well as encouraging body dysmorphia due to negative view of body image. From other perspective, it also promotes body positivity in certain contexts. The statistics show that 53% of 13 years old girls feel dissatisfied with their appearance, and this figure has risen to 78% by the time they reach the age of 17. Many teenagers acquire eating disorder or mental diseases as a result of low self-esteem. The prevalence of body dissatisfactions among teenagers foresee the rate of eating disorder or low self-esteem issue in future due to the impact of social media influences. So the important info that we want to share with our reader is we want to increase the awareness about the impact of social media on toxic beauty standard and take serious actions towards this issue. Let me end my video with a question. Do you think it is pathetic to place our worth in others' eyes? Spare some time to think about it. Bear in mind, true beauties radiate from inside. Those with a nice heart are the most beautiful person in the planet. That's been the end of our presentation. Thank you.